Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of United Talks podcast. Today, we're going to be diving deep into all what we learned from the game against Everton, the emphatic 4-0 win against Everton. This is the 7 takeaways from the game against Everton, and we're basically going to talk about how we did and how each player performed and all of that. And then once we talk about player performance, we'll start with we're going to do it like basically in the player ratings. So thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for liking and sharing. And thank you for also hitting the notification bell. I look forward to, more interesting times and more, reaction videos and stats videos as we go with United Talk Sports podcast. Don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms on United Talk Sport. Every social media platform where you can find us X, Facebook, Threads, Instagram, and all whatnot. So let's dive right in. So first, we're going to talk about the first thing we learned from the game is that Amorim's tactics is um, coming to the fore, basically. So his tactical evolution, his influence on the game is becoming very clear. With United looking organized and disciplined. What we can say is that the first 15 minutes, United were a bit slow, but like trying to control the game because obviously the manager said that Everton were always playing long balls, or we're always going to be playing long balls, and they're so experienced in the Premier League, so it was very important that we controlled the game and slowed things down. But for the first 15 minutes, we slowed things down. We didn't score quick goals like we used to in the last two games. So what we did, slow things down, and then eventually, 15 minutes later, um, at the 16th minute to like the 30th minute, Everton took control of the game and were making chances and all of that. So it was very key um, that um, we build the momentum from there. The team's pressing intensity and fluid front three highlighted a shift towards the preferred style of play, and there's room for improvement, but the foundation is promising. I mean, what we could see was that when they wanted to press, they choose a side. And I've showed this in one of the videos I've released recently, and that should be around the Bodo Glimt game. So what they do is when they want to press, they switch to the side, and then when they switch to that side, they basically um, when they switch move to that side, they basically put a player out wide, and with that player out wide, it's very important for the team to be able to switch, um, do a quick switch wide and all of that. So it was very important, and it was very physical and very visual for us to see as fans of this great club. So another thing again, I would say as the number two for the 7 takeaways is that Marcus Rashford was clinical in that game. He's showing his clinical form. I mean, it underlined his resurgence under Amorim. Um, and then his first volley, half a volley from the set piece routine, and also his second, a composed finish through Pickford's legs, shows he's thriving. He shows he's thriving with increased creative support, and also it shows that he has a lot of confidence coming, like gushing through his veins. And for me, it's not about him scoring goals and putting up a performance. For me, it is more of the consistency. Like if he can be more consistent in delivering such performances, then we have to make a statement about his form. And then basically, number three, Joshua Zirkzee's statement performance. These are two players that I have been happy for in this game, and that's Marcus Rashford and Joshua Zirkzee. So his statement performance he was handed a rare start, and he delivered with two goals, and the vital assist. Beyond his poaching instinct, his clever link-up play, like the setup for Rashford's second goal, as well as uh, all his versatile plays all through the game, showed his potential as a versatile forward. And this could be the turning point for his United career. Yeah, I've always believed that Zirkzee was a good player. He just needs to show more consistency and all of that. So it's pretty much what it is. He just needs to show more consistency. Um, and for me, I think that is basically what's key for me right here. He needs to show consistency in his play overall. But I've always believed that he's a versatile forward who can do things. I mean, in the game, what I observed is that when Rashford goes up top, he drops to the number 10, and when Rashford drops to the number 10, he goes up top. They were just kind of switching and rubbing off each other. And at some point, they were playing as a front two pressing together. When Rashford was pressing, he was pressing at the second one, and then Bruno was kind of withdrawn in the middle or something. So it's very important to see that they're working off each other, and it's good that the manager is mixing and matching all of this so that everybody can know how to play, and then immediately someone is out, another person can actually fill in and still play the same role and give us the same output. But I believe that with time, there's going to be more consistency, and there's going to be there's going to be more build up, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it is what it is. With regards to before, it is Amad Diallo's sparkling display. You know, Amad Diallo's match performance was evident for us to see. Basically pressing from the front, pressing from the back, pressing from the middle, tackling, and all of that. And you've seen the graphic I showed yesterday of where his average position was, and when we were passing him with the ball, his average position was even higher than Diogo Dallo, but it was very evident that he was doing what he was required to do. Command was instrumental, directly contributing to 3 goals, and his pressing forced key turnovers, while his technical brilliance on the ball stretched the Everton's defense. I mean, his evolution into a dual threat, defensively and offensively, is a massive boost for Manchester United. So, I mean, I look forward to him resting up and then getting ready to play in the game against Arsenal. So, Amad Diallo, man of match performance, pretty pleased with him. And I look forward to him, showing us what he's made of. And then number 5 is basically a defensive solidarity, but there's challenges ahead, right? Defensive solidarity for Matthias de Ligt and Nusa Masraoui, as well as Lisandro Martinez, and they're all subbed at the same time. They're all hooked at the hour mark or something when we're 4-0 up, or thereabout, or 3-0 up, whatever the case. While the clean sheet is encouraging, Lisandro Martinez and Kobe Menu, his yellow card means suspensions for the upcoming game against Arsenal. But I'm not really worried about that because we can mix and match in midfield. And then I just hope that we have enough pace to deal with Declan Rice and Martin Odegaard as well as Thomas Partey. With Shaw not fully match fit and Evans unavailable, Amorim faces his selection dilemma for his key fixture. But I think that with Maguire coming back, even though he's not fully match fit, there's also news that I just saw a few seconds ago that Leniero is also almost ready to go. So let's see how that goes. I wouldn't be surprised if I see Mr. Mazarabi playing on the left side of defense and letting Euro playing on the right side of defense and De Ligt in the middle in that Arsenal game. But let's see how that goes. But whatever the case, I know the manager is capable of making changes, and he's not scared of making changes even if the game is not going the way he planned and all of that. As far as number 6 goes, Bruno Fernandes playmaking masterclass. Basically, didn't have so much of a very outstanding game, but his 2 assists were very helpful. He was pivotal in orchestrating United's attacks, providing the assist for Rashford's opener and playing a crucial role in Zirkzee's first goal. His leadership and creativity remains indispensable for this side, and he's been a consistent performer. Just that fans always get on his back, and it's not really fair on him. But he's been a consistent performer and all of that, and I'm so proud of Bruno Fernandes and being able to weather the storms and play whatever position he's wants to play. In the game against the Glimt, he played in the midfield too as a one of the double six, and basically was more of the controller and the orchestrator of the game. And I hope that we can be able to see him even play in similar in a role further front, just as he played against further forward, just as he played against Everton. But yeah, I'm really pleased with Bruno Fernandes. Not so much of a huge performer, other than just a 7 out of 10 if I were to give a player rating right now. But yeah, I'm really pleased with him. And then number 7, which is the final, momentum is building ahead of the Arsenal test. Like I said earlier, Amorim is ready to make any changes whatsoever. If he whenever he pleases. He just needs to get his team going and to get us consistent as well. But the win extends Manchester United Manchester United's unbeaten run to 7 games, as we build confidence towards the trip to Arsenal. Um, Amorim acknowledged the imperfections, but before this trip to Arsenal, Amorim has basically said and emphasized the importance of winning while refining the team's identity. I mean, the Emirates clash will be a significant test of progress, but I would wish that the game didn't come now or didn't come soon. Maybe it came earlier or came later or something. Now Arsenal have kind of picked up form, and we hope that they're going to be having an off day on that day. So hopefully, um, these things are going to be essential for us as a team for us to just come up with a win. Um, but my question is to you, the fans, what did you make of the match? And let us know in the comment section. Let's have this conversation about how um what you made of the match and how we could have done, better. And don't forget to also like, share, and subscribe and hit the notification bell for more insights on this journey with under Ruben Amorim. But what did you make of the match and how could we have done better? And whatnot. The player ratings is going to be next, and I hope that you guys would enjoy the ratings. But tell me already what you thought about the match and how we could have done better. Well, a 4-0 emphatic win, it's very important for our momentum going forward. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next video. Take care, goodbye, and God bless.